Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. After the tragic loss of her 20-week-old baby Annabelle, Joanna Duggar Forsythe revealed the depths of her anguish and sorrow. The world got a rare look at the Duggar family behind their often happy and united front when they became pregnant, and it was a very personal and emotional event. Losing a child is one of the most difficult things that any family could ever through. And despite the Duggars' lengthy history of fame as reality TV stars, there are still some things that they keep very private. Not only was Joanna's daughter's stillbirth a life-altering tragedy, but it also threw her into a fog of grief that she describes as being present in a fog for the 6 months that followed. During Joanna and Austin Forsythe's 20-week anatomy scan in June 2019, they tragically lost their unborn child. Before the physicians were unable to detect a heartbeat, they had already told the world how happy they were to be having their second child. The news that Joanna's unborn daughter had died was devastating, the kind of news no parent ever wants to hear. After that, she had to endure the agony of giving birth to her unborn daughter, whom Austin and she called Annabelle Elise Forsythe. Joanna has just lately regained the strength to speak openly about the emotional agony that ensued. She felt lost, lonely, and hollow for 6 months, as she was engulfed with numbing sadness. Those months, she says, were like being in a fog with no idea what to do or where to turn. She was brought up in a culture where it is common to keep one's emotions, particularly complicated ones like sadness, in check in order to uphold one's stoic faith, and the weight of public expectations added insult to injury. Sharing their story with the world through vlogs and social media was a tough decision that Joanna and Austin had to make. Their goals were to find relief and to aid others who may be going through the same difficult journey. The couple's anguish was palpable, though, even as supporters offered words of comfort and encouragement. The images they shared from the hospital room when they held their baby and spent those precious hours with her were honest and painful. Putting a small bow on her head and dressing her in a white robe, they treasured every moment with the little child they would never get to see grow up. Losing Isabel has repercussions that extended well beyond the realm of emotions. It had a profound impact on Joanna's outlook on parenthood, her relationships, and her mental health. There is no specific formula for dealing with loss, and she freely acknowledges that. Suddenly, a smell, a song, or the sight of another mother holding her daughter would send her plunging back into the depths of despair. 1 second, she would feel fine and ready to move on. The immense amount of pressure she was under during her journey is what truly sets it apart. There is an unstated assumption that as a Dugg, you will publicly defend the conservative religious beliefs of your family. It is not common for Duggars to publicly express grief, particularly when it causes anxiety, despair, or the necessity for professional assistance. Contrary to popular belief, Joanna decided to be vulnerable on her YouTube channel, revealing the truth about her internal struggle. She described the bewilderment, coldness, and shame that would occasionally accompany her mourning. During her lowest points, she said that she clung to God, but she also acknowledged that she wondered why this was happening to her. Because of Annabelle's passing, Joanna and Austin had to mature in ways they hadn't anticipated. Their marriage, which was already a topic of intense scrutiny because of their prominence, had further difficulties. But instead of driving a wedge between them, their mutual sorrow drew them nearer. They were there for one another, through thick and thin, leaning on each other as they sobbed and held each other up. The loss had a profound effect on Austin as well, though he repressed his feelings for a long time. Joanna has mentioned how his presence and quiet strength brought her solace throughout her lowest points. The couple eventually started to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Evelyn May, their rainbow baby, was born, and according to Joanna, it was a really joyful and emotional experience. While the joy of welcoming a new baby couldn't take the sting out of losing Annabelle, it did give us hope and the ability to smile again. The reality remains, though, and Joanna was forthright about it. Being pregnant after a loss is a terrifying prospect. The pain from her past consumed her at every turn, and believing that everything would be all right was something she had to fight for. Years following the stillbirth of Annabelle, Joanna is still grieving. Yes, she does acknowledge that the suffering is persistent. Orm is all that changes. On some days, the pain is new and intense, and on other days, it's easier. Many of the events in life that Anna will never celebrate, her birthday, her anniversary, and so on, remind us of how awful it is. However, Joanna claims that she no longer suppresses her feelings, but instead lets herself feel them fully. Grief, she has realized, does not make one feeble, but rather human. Many people who have gone through the same thing have found inspiration in Joanna's candor. She has opened a door for healing and discussion by discussing the unedited grim reality of stillbirth and infant loss. She is providing an alternative message in a society that expects individuals to swiftly recover from loss. Her message is that it's all right to feel bad and that healing takes time, sometimes a lifetime. She has quietly taken up the cause of reassuring grieving moms that they are not alone in their loss. Throughout her interviews and personal updates, Joanna has openly discussed how her faith has been a source of strength throughout this difficult time. She finds solace in believing that Annabelle is in heaven and trusts God even when she doesn't comprehend His plan. However, the voyage is not sugar-coated by her. She experienced weeks of overwhelming sadness, days of not being able to muster the energy to leave her bed, and nights of not being able to sleep. Healing, she stresses, is not about ignoring or denying one's suffering. Finding methods to remember her daughter while still adjusting to life without her is the central theme. In honor of Annabelle, her family has done things, like by means of modest gestures of commemoration. During her conversations with her smaller children and oldest son, Gideon, Joanna frequently discusses their celestial sibling. They pay their respects by visiting her cemetery, praying for her, and lighting candles. They find solace in these times spent remembering their sister and daughter. Joanna wants everyone to remember how much Annabelle's existence, however short, meant to her. The pain of losing a child remains with the family forever. On the other hand, Joanna is getting used to it. Knowing that her heart will never be whole again, she is navigating motherhood with a mix of love and anguish. Faith, vulnerability, and strength are the themes of her story. The strength of love and the ability to overcome adversity are demonstrated here. Using her position to convey hope and understanding, Joanna has remained grounded and honest through it all. She has found a way to transform a terrible tragedy into a platform to inspire others. Her candidness on loss, parenting, and religion speaks to countless people who have been there but couldn't find the right words. In a shocking turn of events, Joanna Duggar, a beloved member of the famous Duggar family, has been hospitalized in critical condition. The news came as a devastating blow to her family, friends, and fans who were left reeling from the sudden and unexpected health crisis. As Joanna faces a difficult battle for her life, her father, Jim Bob Duggar, has been left struggling with an emotional meltdown, unable to hide the immense grief and anxiety he's feeling over the situation. Joanna, who is known for her cheerful demeanor and faith-filled outlook on life, had recently been enjoying a period of happiness with her husband Austin, foresight in their children. The couple has been transparent with fans about their life, sharing their family, milestones, and experiences on social media. But the unexpected hospitalization of Joanna has turned their lives upside down and has deeply impacted the Duggar family. The shocking emergency. What happened to Joanna? Details surrounding Joanna's condition remain unclear as her family has asked for privacy during this incredibly difficult time. However, reports indicate that Joanna began experiencing sudden and severe symptoms that led to her being rushed to the hospital. Family members have described her condition as being critical, and she is currently receiving intensive care as medical professionals work to stabilize her. The Duggar family has always been open with their followers about life's highs and lows, and this is no exception. In an emotional post on Instagram, Jim Bob Duggar shared his distressing experience and his helplessness as a father. "I never imagined something like this could happen to one of my children," Jim Bob wrote. "My heart is shattered as I watch my precious daughter fight for her life. I can't even begin to express the depth of my pain right now. We are holding on to our faith and asking for your prayers." The post was met with an overwhelming outpouring of support from fans who quickly flooded the comments with messages of love, prayers, and encouragement. Many expressed their disbelief and sorrow, unable to comprehend the scale of the situation. "We are praying for you all. Please know that you're not alone in this," one fan wrote, while others echoed similar sentiments of love and concern for Joy-Anna's recovery. Jim Bob. Duggar's emotional breakdown. Jim Bob Duggar, known for his usually composed and calm demeanor, has been visibly shaken by the situation. In his heartfelt message, he conveyed his deep sense of fear and helplessness, a stark contrast to the man we've seen on television in the past. "This is the hardest thing I've ever had to face as a father," Jim Bob admitted. "Watching my daughter fight for her life has broken me. I don't know how to process this, but I know I must stay strong for my family." Fans were not only concerned for Jonah's health, but also for Jim Bob, who appeared to be struggling under the weight of the situation. His emotional breakdown was shared widely on social media, with many fans expressing their empathy and support for him during such a challenging time. The Duggar family has always presented a united front, and this moment of vulnerability has only deepened the connection fans have with them. "Jim Bob, we're praying for you and your family." One follower commented, "It's clear how much you love your children, and we're sending strength and peace your